Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another video. So I'm sorry that I'm a little bit late today. I had my Gundam TCG training today because next month there is a tournament with a very special card that I really want to win. So doesn't have to do anything with the video, just wanted to explain you why I'm so late. So let's dive in. This is a really funny one for me. An article by The Gamer written by Vaspan Dastor. I really hope that I did not mispronounce your name. I'm really sorry. But yeah, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition runs so badly on Switch 2 that Bandai Namco isn't allowing recording at Gamescom. This, to me, is so incredibly hilarious. This is so funny. Because, of course, the Nintendo stands, the Nintendrones, are now blaming the devs. And I agree to a certain extent here. But we also have to see that the Switch 2 is not as powerful as we might think. Yeah, it has some great things, but it's so old. The hardware inside a new console, it's so old. A couple of years ago, I would have said, yeah, that's great. But right now, it's so bad. There is an argument to be made, but Cyberpunk runs on the Switch too. And yeah, it kinda does. But also, don't forget, Cyberpunk had many an issue back in the day, and they fixed the crap out of that game. But also, it's an old game. There has been some problems. Also, we have this nice video here by Digital Foundry, because at first we downplayed, we upplayed the hardware of the Switch 2 basically. At first it was like, oh, it's at least, it's near an Xbox Series X or something like that. And then we went down to, okay, it's more like a PS4 Pro, and now we're like, oh, you know what, it's basically a PS4 in there, which is fine, I guess. And again, this is a video by Digital Foundry. Go give them a like. I will link this video in the description box. Like with the article, as always, with everything that I'm sharing with you and showing you. But yeah, this is not going to be a Cyberpunk on Switch 2 video. Let's just move a little bit forward when they're going a little bit. Is it this? Oh no, they're pausing. Okay. Yeah, they're talking a little bit about this one here. But yeah, let's not stay on this one for too long. Let's go to Elden Ring because it's newer and yeah. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition is undoubtedly one of the most anticipated third-party games coming to the Nintendo Switch. I agree. From Software has clearly shown its support for the console, as it's also working on an exclusive called The Duskbloods for the console. Yes. However, it's been a while and we've heard little to nothing about either of the two. It seems Elden Ring Tarnished Edition has shown up at Gamescom 2025, with only a select few being allowed to check it out. Unfortunately, the Tarnished Edition isn't quite getting the same praise that the base game got. It reportedly suffers from major performance issues on the Nintendo Switch 2. Who would have guessed? I mean, to be fair, I was expecting it to run fine. I was expecting it to run with 30 FPS. The minimum. Let's just say not the minimum, at least a stable 30 FPS and maybe a dip here and there. But it's way worse. It's so much worse. I hope that the author of the article is telling us. Otherwise, I will have to tell you. Elden Ring Switch 2 port is suffering from major performance issues. As reported by Nintendo Live. Oh, okay. Who were among the few to try out the game. Elden Ring Tarnished Edition doesn't run quite as well on the Switch 2 as other AAA third-party titles like Cyberpunk. Okay, we already talked about that. You'd think that if the console could run CD Projekt Red's RPG, Elden Ring wouldn't be a problem. Apparently, that's not the case. Again, CD Projekt Red is working for such a long time as an afterthought on Cyberpunk. This is on a total different level. Yes, Cyberpunk has more to show and everything, but oh man, I don't know. I mean, Elden Ring also doesn't look that good. So again, there is a fault at the devs, but it's also the Switch 2's hardware and probably the software architecture that's also going to be a big issue here. It's really bad, and I understand why they don't want you to see this, because wowie zowie, wow zow? I don't know. It is terrible, said Nintendo Live's Felix Sanchez via Kotaku. Of course, you're never going to see the light of this. Maybe it will just release in this state, but I can't imagine they will do that. It was like playing Ocarina of Time. It was like 20 frames per second. Sometimes I was like, this has dropped to 15 frames per second. Okay, they're telling us. This isn't something you'd expect from Software, especially given how well received Elden Ring has been. And how much time the devs had to work on the port. Oh, did they? I didn't know that. It's clearly not a case of the Switch 2's capabilities, as Cyberpunk 2077 has demonstrated. It looks like we're going to be waiting a while longer for the Tarnished edition, as Bandai Namco wasn't even allowing testers to capture footage. Then why did you bring this to Gamescom? Sanchez revealed that the game felt unstable even in relatively closed-off areas like caves and rooms, despite there being only a few other characters on screen. Oh, that's it. This isn't something you'd expect from Software. Haha, what? From Software is notorious for being a technically awful studio and their games releasing in a horrible state. Great games on awful... well, I mean, they got better. I mean, I wanted to say Blood Dusk. Bloodborne also had some issues, but not on the same level as Demon Souls or Dark Souls 1. But the later games were a little bit better. Let's be fair here. But yeah, again, it's a little bit on the devs' side, the fault, but it's also the Switch's hardware. It's not cutting edge. Of course, no one was expecting it to be cutting edge. It's a family console. The Switch 2, or rather, Nintendo was always the affordable ones. We're going to make a console that brings fun and joy to people with not the best hardware, but we're gonna make our games look more, not artsy. Artsy is not the word, but recognizable. When you see a Mario game, you don't have to see Mario, Luigi, or any of the other characters. You just see a tree and you know it. You see a block and you know it. You know it's a Mario game. You see, I don't know, a Legend of Zelda thingy somewhere. You don't have to see Link. You don't have to see Zelda, Ganondorf, a Bokoblin, or anything. You just know it's a Legend of Zelda game. Because they have their own style for the things that doesn't need a lot of hardware. But this? The Switch 2, it's also the display. There are so many issues. Again, I'm not defending From Software here. They're clearly at fault as well. But it's a many-sided issue here. It's not a flip of the coin where is it Nintendo's fault with the Switch 2 hardware, or is it FromSoft's fault with the coding and the port of the game? It's both, and we have to be realistic here. As much as I love From Software and their games, as much as I'm disappointed with Nintendo and what they're doing with the Switch 2, they're both at fault. And that makes me really, really sad. But yeah, tomorrow I have a little bit more time. Tomorrow we're going to look at some of the more amazing games that are now being displayed at Gamescom. And again, I'm so sad that I can't go there. I was really looking forward to it. But yeah, we can't have everything. Thank you so much for being here with me today. What are your thoughts on all of this? Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the dings, and by that I of course mean like and subscribe, and if you want you can share this video with one of your friends, or all of them. Yeah, have a great day, my friend, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, bye, bye.